The Frigid Outskirts. Honestly, one of the coolest and most beautiful looking places in Dark Souls 2. However, for some reason, this place gets a very bad rep from the Dark Souls 2 player base, and honestly, I don't really see why. Oh. Oh, yeah. It has its bad reputation because of this thing. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm making another guide for you guys, and this guide will be focusing on how to deal with the Frigid Outskirts, possibly one of the worst areas that has been ever developed by From Software in any of their games, including Souls games, non-Souls games, whatever you want to think about it. But yeah, if you are tired of seeing that exact same phenomenon that you just saw at the very beginning of this video, then do not worry, because this video is for you. Now, the trick that I'm about to show you guys should work on every single character, hopefully. The only character that I can think of that cannot make use of this trick are characters that have been glitched through the very first Firekeeper cutscene of Dark Souls 2, where if you do that, your character literally is on level 0 and all of your stats are at 1. So yeah, this trick probably won't work for you, but for everybody else it should work, because the trick that I'm about to show you will work on SL1. But yeah, regardless, let's go right ahead and see what you will need in order to do this trick. So the very first thing that everybody will need is something called the stone ring. Now, in order to get the stone ring, you can actually get it at the very beginning of the game if you are brave enough. But yeah, if you were not, then don't worry, you can just come back from the Firekeeper's house over here, and then you can take a right on this path. And yeah, as you can see from the footprints over here, there will be a giant ogre over here that you have seen multiple times in the game, I'm pretty sure. For me, this guy is not here because I've already dealt with him. But yeah, once you defeat this thing, he will drop this item called the stone ring. What the stone ring does is that it increases the poise damage that all of your weapons do. Now, you need to do this because without the poise ring, the horse can get hyper armor when he's charging one of his fast attacks, and that can screw up this plan. So yeah, this is an item that everybody will need. But before I move on to the next item, I must tell you that the next item is not needed for any character who is spec'd into strength. So you need, I believe, a minimum of 12 strength in order to pull off the trick that I'm about to show you. So yeah, if you are a strength character, then don't worry, you don't need to get the other items. All you needed was the stone ring. However, for any other character that is maybe leveled up in Dex, Intelligence, Faith, whatever it is, yeah, you will need the other items that I'm about to show you, because you will need at least 12 strength in order to use the trick that I'm about to show you. But yeah, without further ado, let's go right ahead. For people who are who already have the strength required to do this trick, I will put a timestamp in this video which will allow you to skip past to the portion of the video where I show you how to deal with these horses.
I don't need this shit!
Alright, so the next item that we'll be needing is the strength ring. And in order to get the strength ring, you will need to come to the second DLC. And from the second DLC, you will need to activate these elevators. So these elevators are only activated once you get the Iron Scepter. So once you get the Iron Scepter, you can activate these lifts and then wait over here somewhere, I believe, because you need... okay, yeah, that one. So yeah, you need to wait for this particular elevator over here, because the strength ring is located right here. If you don't know what the strength ring does, all it does is increase your strength by 5 points. So we need at least the strength ring and another item that can boost our strength to basically do the trick that I want you to see. But yeah, just make sure that you can do this jump. If you don't want to, like, you know, do a tricky jump like I did over there to save time, you can wait for the statue to go upwards, because while it's going up, you actually get a small boost during your jumps. So that can help make this one easier. But don't worry, once you make the jump, you need to get this chest over here, and within this chest you will find the strength ring, which boosts your strength by 5 points. For the final item, you need to return to the third DLC, and after that I will show you the trick that we'll be using to defeat those stupid horses, deers, or whatever you want to call them that are present in Frigid Outskirts, making that place a living frozen hell. Alright, so I am back, and the third item that you will need for this trick is found in this chest. Now, in order to unlock this chest, you need to exhaust the dialogue of Alsana over there. And once you do that, she unfreezes Ilium Lois and allows you to get this chest. And once you open this chest, you get something called the Vessel Shield over here, which basically gives you, far as I believe, 5 points in either every stat or some of the stats. So yeah, once you get the Vessel Shield, you need to first equip it, by the way, because otherwise its boosts don't activate. But yeah, once you get this, as you can see, it boosts your strength significantly and also gives you some other stat boosts. But basically, we want the strength boost that the shield can give us. So yeah, once you have this and the stone ring, your strength should be 15, which is more than enough than what we need. But yeah, once you have this, the next item that you will need is any great hammer. Now, if you're a strength character, obviously you don't need any of these items. So you can use any great hammer. However, the easiest one that you can use is the raw large club, which requires at the very least 13 strength. I'm sorry, I think I said 12 strength before in my video, so that's my bad. But yeah, you will need this weapon right here, or any great hammer if you're a strength build, it doesn't matter. But yeah, for people who do not have the strength points to actually use any great hammer, this is the easiest one that you can use once you get all of the items. But yeah, once you get all of this, you need to equip your strength ring and stone ring. And yeah, you are basically ready to deal with the Frigid Outskirts. Now, a couple of extra things that I might, I will recommend to people get is first the Chloranthy ring, because stamina regen will help you a lot when dealing with these stupid horses. And you can either use the Flynn's ring if you want, but since I don't have the equip load to actually make very good use of it, I will just equip the Ring of Blades +1. And the final thing that I would recommend is for you to get a lot of repair powders. I don't have a lot of them because I have been taking a lot of takes for this particular guide, but yeah, I do recommend getting a little bit more than what I have over here. But yeah, once you're all stocked up on all of these things, yeah, you can now go to the Frigid Outskirts and perform this trick. Alright, so that now we are back in the Frigid Outskirts with all the items that we need. Yeah, let's go ahead and discuss how we're gonna deal with this freakish hellhole. But anyways, so as you saw over there, previously we could not see in the distance too far away, but now we suddenly can. And that's because a lot of the people actually miss this fact about the Frigid Outskirts, and that's the storm that is, brewing in this area. It actually follows a cycle. It will only brew for a certain amount of time, after which it will subside, and then it will stay in that state for a little while, after which it will start to brew again. Now, this mechanic is important because not only does it affect the visibility in this area, but it also affects the spawning of this horse. So this horse can only spawn if the storm is brewing. If the storm is not brewing, the horse cannot spawn. But another thing that prevents this horse from spawning is your proximity to one of these structures. So there are like 3 structures on the path to the boss in this area. And yeah, as long as you are close to these structures, the horse cannot spawn. So you are good until then. But yeah, so the first thing that I would like you guys to do is to equip all the items that we collected and then go towards the wall over here rather than the, next, that structure over there. The reason for this is because, yeah, as you can see, it makes it so that the horse is only spawning in certain limited areas and not everywhere. But anyways, once the horse has done whatever attack it wants to do, it most of the time will do a charge. And in order to dodge the charge, what you need to do is just run away from the horse. And yeah, the horse will eventually just do its attack. And then when it does the attack, quickly go towards the horse. You don't need to actually run to get to it. Just, walk towards the horse to conserve your stamina. And yeah, then you can just basically spam the heavy attack of your whatever great hammer you're using to basically stun lock this horse and just keep attacking it until it dies. And yeah, that's the entire strat we're going to be using in order to get to the Lud and Zalin boss fight that is locked behind in this area. But anyways, so yeah, as soon as the storm starts, since, as we discussed, the horse can only spawn once the storm has, started to appear. But anyways, okay, yeah. By the way, there's this air type sound that appears when the horse is spawned. And yeah, you need to be basically listening for that, sound, because yeah, as soon as the sound starts, yeah, make sure that you're ready for the horse, because yeah, it is coming for you and you need to be prepared when it comes. But anyways, Okay, and also avoid doing early attacks. But anyways, by the way, do not heal while this horse is doing whatever it likes to do. But anyways, okay, so yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing, is just waiting the storm out. And as soon as the storm comes in, yeah, we wait for the horse to come. And yeah, also by the way, yeah, make sure you're paying attention to the health of your items over here. And the reason for this is because, yeah, the problem is that this horse has the exact same mechanic as the boss of this area, Ava and Sin from the first DLC. If you don't know what the mechanic of those bosses are, whenever you use a physical weapon to try and deal damage to those enemies or like bosses, yeah, what happens is that your whatever weapon you're using to damage them, it will take double the amount of durability damage. So yeah, these horses also have the same mechanic, which is why I recommended you guys to get the repair powders, or like as many as you can, because yeah, you will be needing to repair your hammer over here to prevent your hammer from breaking in the instance where you need to use your hammer. But anyways, make sure you're paying attention over here. This is actually kind of a bad spot where I ended up over here, so if you can, then try to avoid standing in this area, because the horse can actually spawn from like 3 different angles. So yeah, just wait for the storm to subside, and yeah, once it starts to subside, then quickly move towards the next the next ruin. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but yeah, the horse not only can only spawn when this storm is brewing, but it also can only spawn as long as you are far away from these ruins. So yeah, when you're close to the ruins, like any of the 3 ruins that are in the path towards the boss in your spawn location, this horse cannot spawn when you're close to those ruins. So yeah, even if the storm is brewing. But anyways, okay, I think the wall is just behind me. So yeah, this horse can only spawn from this one location. And yeah, we're just gonna basically repeat what we're doing over here. Now, this horse can also be despawned, by the way. So yeah, that is something to always keep in mind. But since I'm playing on Company of Champions, because I know a lot of people like to do that for Dark Souls 2, yeah, I'm just gonna show you that this trick can work for Company of Champions as well. So yeah, you're good. So another mechanic of this horse is spawning is that this horse can only spawn in one particular section of this map. So what if you don't know, the entire map of this Frigid Outskirts, it's actually divided into several sections, and for each section, only one horse can spawn when the storm is brewing. So yeah, just make sure that you are okay. The horse has spawned, but it's behind me. Okay, that's cool. We can just now do this. All right, perfect. Yeah, this is why the stone ring is actually important, because yeah, if you don't have the stone ring, even if the horse is doing like a small attack, those attacks can give it hyper armor, and that prevents it from getting stun locked, and then it can basically attack you and then get away. So yeah, in order to prevent that stupidity from happening, we always want to equip the stone ring. Like, that's super important. And yeah, once you are done with that, yeah, here's the last ruin over here. And yeah, the Blood and Silent boss fights area is right in front of you in that place. Now the horse can also spawn in this area, because there's an area for the horse to spawn even in front of this place. So just wait for the storm to subside over here and stay close to this ruin, because yeah, if you go a little bit further away, the horse can spawn, and then you have to deal with the horse and close to these ruins, which is not recommended, because there are actually several enemies inside of this ruin. So you definitely want the horse to not spawn in this area, which is why you always want to just wait the storm out over here before you start moving. But just in case, always keep in mind that the enemies in Dark Souls 2 are weird, and they can sometimes actually follow you even though you did not come into their line of sight. But yeah, if nothing happens, just make a straight line towards the boss arena, and yeah, make sure you're also not emptying your stamina completely, because if you don't know, in Dark Souls 2, or not in just Dark Souls 2 but in any Souls game, yeah, as you can see, I emptied my stamina completely. So even though my stamina went completely full, I could not run, because yeah, this is a way to punish the players who do not manage stamina well in these games. So yeah, make sure you're not completely emptying it. Just stop running as soon as it's about to empty. And yeah, with that, you can very smoothly reach Lud and Zalen, and yeah, you will have no horses spawning behind you and causing any troubles for you. On this character, on SL1, I have already defeated the Lud and Zalen boss fight, so you can't see them over here, but yeah, it shouldn't really matter. So as soon as you reach over here, you can basically equip whatever you want to deal with that boss fight. And yeah, that's all you really need to do. So that's my guide on how to basically go through the Frigid Outskirts in a safe manner. And as I showed you, any character can use this technique, and yeah, any character can do this trick. And it doesn't matter what level you are. The only people who won't be able to use this trick, from what I can tell, are the people who do not, who glitch their way basically out of this place. So they basically glitch through the firekeeper's home, and they are on like level 0, so they won't have the stats to use the large club. And yeah, as long as you're stacked with repair powders, this area should no longer be a problem for you. You need to follow the exact path that I did and follow the principles that I did. So whenever the storm starts to brew, just stay put. Do not move, because if by chance what happens is that, let's just say these are 2 areas where the horse can spawn. If while fighting the horse or while the storm is brewing, you manage to somehow like maybe get to this place which is in between of these 2 areas, yeah, the horse for both of these areas can spawn, and my trick only works if you are facing one horse at a time. If you're facing multiple horses, this trick will fail, because obviously you can only stun lock one horse at a time. If you get lucky and you can stun lock both horses, then hey man, all the power to you, but I do not recommend you do that. So yeah, always wait when the storm brews and check if the horse is spawning, and only move when the storm is not brewing. But yeah, as long as you follow all those tricks, you are good. So if you guys like what you see, then be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And let me know in the comment section if this trick actually worked for you, or if you have any other better tricks to deal with this area, because hey man, I definitely hate this area. So yeah, I'm open to all kinds of suggestions that you guys may have. And if you guys have any other questions regarding the build, then do let me know those down in the comment section below, and I will help you guys with whatever queries you have. But other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you all in the next one.